Hi there. Welcome to my office. Thanks for joining me as we embark on this journey through cyberspace. Glad to have you aboard. Today is July 10th, 2009. It's a Friday. I'm the marketing intern, and today I'm checking out early. Welcome to the Marketing Interns Checking Out Early. Before we begin, I ask that you do 3 things for me. Let your guard down a little. I plan on having fun. Like the title screen says, I've already checked out. So if you get offended easily, get back to work, because this web show ain't for you. Do your office mates a favor. Wear headphones. Don't be that guy. Third, forward this video to everyone you know. It's kind of a small party right now, but we here at the Marketing Intern plan on making this a super mega party. Like with chicks and stuff. We need you to help spread the word. So tweet it from the rooftops, Facebook it in the dark side alleys, and dig it from wherever people dig things from. Just get the word out. Please, I'm begging you. I hope you're all recovering from your 4th of July festivities. I know I am. At one point, the cop said that my BBSC was 14 times the legal limit. Do you know how much barbecue sauce that is? On Monday, TechCrunch ran a story about Apple buying up a gazillion little digital eyeballs, which will allegedly go into the newest iPods. They got this information from an unnamed source in Thailand who apparently has close ties to Apple's Asian manufacturing infrastructure. I mean, not that Apple is manufacturing Asians. They could, I guess, but that's not really the story here. Anyway, the cameras cost about $10 a pop, and Apple's buying them up like, well, they're $10 digital cameras. Which got me thinking. Obviously, Apple has its heart set on destroying the low end of the digital camera market. The new iPods cost exactly the same as the Flip Mino HD, which, apart from having kind of a silly name, is actually a pretty cool little HD camera. Which means that in order to compete with Apple, video camera manufacturers are going to have to drop their prices to ridiculous lows. Smart Money says that in the near future, you'll be able to pick up an HD camera for about as much money as it would cost you to fill up the Escalade to go to the store and buy one. So to Apple, I say, good for you. Your products are way too expensive for the minimal boost in utility that they provide, but at least you're making others drop the prices on their little toys so that marketing interns like myself can afford them. Thanks, Apple. As a side note, Checking Out Early is filmed on an Insignia camera which, at the time it was purchased, cost around $100. Here's a preface. I don't know if I'm technically allowed to use words like Twitter, or tweet, or twote, or twat. So this news update is brought to you by my forthcoming legal defense fund, to which you are more than welcome to donate. It appears as though Twitter is cracking down on the use of the word tweet by third-party developers, exercising their trademark rights in order to prevent misrepresentation of the brand. Now, I can understand why they're getting a little touchy. Apparently, third-party developers have forgotten that there is an entire English lexicon that exists outside of the word Twitter. No, seriously. Ask your English teacher. But I also think it's a little heavy-handed for Twitter to come down on people using the make-believe verb form of a make-believe noun on the internet, which is sort of like a make-believe word. Although, let's face it, lawsuits are not make-believe. Hey, maybe that's Twitter's business model. As for me, I'm waiting for Snoop Dogg to come out and say something stupid, like, "Fo shizzle, I twizzle, I'm a Twizzler," at which point he gets sued by both Twitter and the Hershey's Company for defamation. After enduring all of those awful improvements to Facebook, this latest Twitter emulation thing has finally driven me away from Facebook for good, for the rest of my life. Seriously, if I wanted a website that gave me a vanity URL like Twitter, and let me communicate with my friends in little tidbits like Twitter, and generally had the same user interface as Twitter, I'd use not Facebook. Can somebody please tell the idiots at Facebook that Twitter has the mini blog thing cornered? And if Facebook wants to bust down the doors at the Twitter offices with baseball bats a la antitrust, they're forgetting about the hundreds and maybe thousands of third-party developers who are enjoying their 15 minutes of fame thanks to Twitter, and who have every incentive to ensure its continued success. So to Facebook, I say this. You're playing a game with about a gazillion other players. Stop playing My Dick's Bigger with a company that doesn't give a rat's ass that you can do the same thing that they can do. You're just pissing people off now. And if anyone at Facebook is watching this, I'll go on record as saying that the Twitter user interface is really so much easier on the eyes. Just thought you should know. This is the part of the show where I pull out a message that someone sent to me over the past week and read it aloud for the world to hear. This week's message comes courtesy of Bill, who writes, and I quote, "I think it's funny that on a marketing site there are 0 ads. Then again, the product placement of the iPhone, if you had been hired to promote it, would be pretty effective." Well, in the interest of full disclosure, Bill and I went to high school together. He's a great kid, and he's doing great things down in D.C. at the Pulse Review. Check it out, thepulsereview.com. Well, Bill, hate to say it, but apparently you've never heard of a little thing called thought leadership. Not that I blame you. It's not like you write about the great thought leaders of the world or anything. That's pulsereview.com. But if you were in such a line of work, you'd understand that the real value of what I'm doing is bettering the community of which I am a part, even if in my own small way. And besides, when I drink beer on the show, they give it to me for free. Which brings me to my final point. This is the beer of the week. This little gem happens to be made by Heavy Seas. It's called Red Sky at Night, and it is a farmhouse saison. It is a delicious, light, tart, refreshing beer that goes great in these summer months, even if you're a bit waterlogged. To the guys at the Clipper City Brewery, the brewery that makes this fine beer, I'd like to say thank you for making my part of the world a little brighter for having drunk your fine beverage. I like to think I do a similar service with my witty banter and devilish good looks. Well, that's it for this week's marketing intern, but before I go, I'd like to give a shout out to the guys at Flimp Media who gave me this wonderful landing page. You can check them out at flimp.net. In the meantime, check out the links, sign up for the email list, and definitely check back next week when we will have more witty banter and devilish good looks waiting for you. Thanks for stopping by. I'm the marketing intern, and I'm checking out early.